Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cathedral Check-in. My name is Jennifer LeBlanc. I'm the Parish Administrator at Christchurch Cathedral, and I'm joined by Nyk Danu. And Nyk is a therapeutic yoga instructor that is at our facility and holds classes. And I just thought it would be nice to just check in with Nyk and find out a little bit about therapeutic yoga and the cathedral. Hi, Nyk.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's good to see you. So Nyk, tell us about therapeutic yoga and what you do at the cathedral.
So therapeutic yoga can be a bit tricky to define because a lot of people will say, well, isn't all yoga therapeutic? My answer would be, in its original intention thousands of years ago, yes. What yoga has become as it's kind of come to the West, where it's all about sweating and detoxing and getting a workout and, burning calories and all of that is actually not what yoga's original intention was. So it's kind of skewed that way so that if somebody actually hasn't been to a yoga class, they don't really know, A, the difference between the styles and what the original intention is. So most here, and Marie Quayle, is that yoga combines a wide range of mind-body practices, from the postural and the breathing to deep relaxation and meditation. Yoga therapy then tailors those needs to the individual. So it helps to promote an all-around positive health as well as assisting with particular medical conditions. Yoga therapy is appropriate for many chronic conditions that persist despite conventional medical treatment. And a yoga therapist goes through a whole bunch of additional training versus the average yoga teacher. So if we talk about it in the sense of, I'll just use sort of common terms that we might think of. So for example, the average yoga training, I would say would be like high school, if that. And then, there's like a 500 hour, which might be like, you've got your first degree in general studies. And then a yoga therapy certification would be more leaning towards a master's. So there isn't a master's of yoga therapy, unfortunately, right now, or I would already have it. But that's sort of the difference. And how that shows up different in class is that classes are very intentional and deliberate. So I'm not just sharing some random sequence from a book because it's fun and I like it. I'm actually thinking about what are the needs of my students in general. And there's some general kind of common things that everybody's dealing with right now, which I'll talk about in a second. And then there may be specific things. So everybody right now pretty much has neck tension, shoulder tension, upper back, middle back, and lower back tension. Their hips are tight. So I deal with all of those in every single class. That's always addressed. And I also do an opening circle when we start, so everybody can say their name, how they're doing, and if there's any. And that's how I gear the class plan. So I don't come up with the plan before I actually connect with the students. That's a big difference between therapeutic yoga and just sort of teaching an average yoga class, is that of course I have a general framework in mind of like, we're going to hit all of these points, but my plan is always open to interpretation or adaptation or change depending on what the needs of the group are.
You kind of broke, unfortunately, you kind of froze a wee bit there, Nyk, with when you were talking about sitting around in a circle. So could you just go over that again? Because I think that's important.
Oh, sure.
Mental health. So you sit around in a circle and you check in, and
we don't actually circle. We do rows, but
okay.
but yeah, we do like an opening circle, meaning we all say hello. Everybody introduces themselves, says how they're doing that day, and then at that point they have an opportunity to share anything in addition to my list of neck, shoulders, et cetera, that they would like to work on. So if they have anything in particular going on, that's when I can add that in. And those things could be as simple as I went on a big hike and so my thighs are tight. Or it could be as simple as, or it could be as in-depth as I'm not sleeping, I'm dealing with chronic anxiety. And all of these things are welcome in a therapeutic class. Yeah. And all of these things will be addressed. Especially in these current anxious times that we're in. Pretty much everyone that walks in the door is dealing with some level of anxiety and nervous system dysregulation. So I spend a lot of time on just soothing our nervous systems.
Yeah, great. Yeah, COVID has messed up everybody's mental health, and it's really important to have some sort of a release, some sort of a place where you can address those issues, because it's not good to keep that in. So that's good. Really
And
good.
the class is open to pretty much everybody. It's not a faith-based class per se. It's open to the whole community, so anybody that wants to come. The only caveat I would say is that if you cannot get down onto the floor, onto hands and knees, and then back up, and you can use a chair. If you can use a chair and do that, you're fine. Then the class would probably be too strong for you, and you'd want to actually find like a chair yoga class. But otherwise, if you can get up and down from the floor, I have props. We can modify just about anything. So a lot of times the other thing that I'll often hear people say is, I can't do yoga because I'm not flexible, which is like saying, I'm too dirty to have a shower. Doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
We do yoga to become more flexible, and not just physically, but like to build resiliency in our mind, in our nervous system, in our heart. So it's an all encompassing flexibility that we get from our yoga practice.
And both men and women can come?
Absolutely.
That's good. Great. Okay. So is there any particular challenges that COVID's presented, for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few. Well, we've had to close it twice, obviously. We've had to just, do the safe thing and just say it, in person is canceled. And I'm always watching the government recommendations to see what needs to change and when. So here's what's changed is now I used to just say, oh, just come on down, just drop in, just bring cash. Well, now I actually need people to RSVP online because I have to limit the class numbers to a much smaller amount so that we can all space out.
Right.
And also so that I have a list of who's attended for contact tracing. So that's changed from COVID. When they sign up online, they can still use cash if they want to do it. So the class is donation based, sliding scale. So they can still, use cash. They just have to register online, use a coupon code that says cash, and then donate whatever they want when they show up.
Right.
And I'll make sure that you have all the links to my video that says how to sign up, and then also the link to like where to sign up. So we've had to reduce the numbers. I've had to get people to sign up online. The cleaning protocols, which actually I'm kind of glad about. I'm kind of now looking at them thinking, shouldn't it have always been this way?
Yeah.
But so now when it comes to the cleaning, I have, alcohol-based cleaning, and I have stations. I have like 4 stations in the room. Each one has a hand sanitizer and a spray bottle and some paper towels or whatever the case may be, so that once you've done your class, you sanitize your hands, and then you grab your bottle and you wipe down and spray all of the props that you've used so that they're sanitized for the next person.
Right.
I'm also minimizing soft props, which breaks my heart because I have 20 yoga blankets sitting in storage right now that I can't use. But I do ask people to bring their own blanket, that's something that we use as a prop, not just to cover up with. So it's important to bring a small blanket or even a large thick shawl or like a beach towel. Any of those will work.
Okay.
And I'm also asking folks to bring either a yoga strap or a bathrobe tie, because most people don't have yoga straps. Bathrobe ties work well. So that limits me having to do any kind of soft contact sanitizing. And then the bricks and the blocks are hard foam, so they're easy to spray and wipe. So that's changed. That's going to stay regardless. I think we should all be cleaning our props anyway. And then the other thing that's changed is obviously mask wearing. So the mandate right now, and who knows, that could change next week, but right now, as at the time of filming this, we all wear masks into the space. Everybody needs to wear their mask until they're on their mat. And then from there, they can take it off or they can leave it on, and it's their choice. The mats are well spaced out. So the recommendation is actually 6 feet. I'm going for actually more like 8 between mats, which is why I really need to make sure people RSVP so that I can really kind of spread everybody out. And then anytime you're getting off of your mat, say to go use the washroom or whatever, you're putting your mask back on.
Right.
And
so
it's held in
the Chapel of the New Jerusalem. So it's a beautiful space, and there's room for you to spread people out in there. So that's good. That helps.
Yes. And because of that fantastic acoustic dome in that room, even if people are spread out, everybody can still hear me. Because if I'm in the right spot, the sound just spreads through the whole space. So I don't have to worry that, you know, if someone's way in the back that I have to bellow to them. It's just, you know, perfect for that.
Perfect. So that sounds great. Well, I hope people will make sure that we have your links to how to sign up and the registration on our website, which is at www.christchurchcathedral.bc.ca, and it's Engaging God's World, Therapeutic Yoga. So we'll make sure that we have that up there. And what?
Oh, and it's on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, Tuesday nights. That's right.
I was like, we forgot to say when it is.
I was just going to say Tuesday nights at
6 till 7:30, and there's parking right there. And we go in the side door, so the Burdett Avenue door by the parking lot. The door is closed and locked promptly at 6, so people need to come 5 to 10 minutes early so that they can, you know, get upstairs and get ready. And we just lock the door once class starts because we're way upstairs. We can't leave the door way downstairs open. So just make sure that you come 5 to 10 minutes early. I'm always there about 15 minutes early, setting up and getting things ready. Yeah, it's Tuesdays from 6 till 7:30.
And there is a lift, there is an elevator for people that don't want to do stairs. They can take that up, so that's good. And so just make sure that you come about 5 to 10 minutes early, enter in the Burdett Street doors, have a some sort of a tie and a blanket, a tie, a housecoat tie.
And a yoga mat.
And so a yoga
mat. Some sort of blanket or shawl or beach towel, sorry, not bath towel, beach towel, because those are kind of big and, you know, work. And then, yeah, either a yoga strap or a bathrobe tie. I do have a few yoga straps on hand. It's just tricky because then I have to take them all home and wash them afterwards. So if everyone brings their own soft props, then it's a little bit less cleaning, you know.
Yeah, that's right, it's safer. Yeah. Okay, all right. That's great. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today, Nyk, and I hope people take an opportunity to find out more about it from our website and join you in the classes. I think it's an important part of our community.
Yeah, what we need right now collectively is nervous system nourishing and a reminder that we're not alone.
That's right, we're not. All right, thanks, Nyk.
Thank you.